Hey everyone, welcome back to GetWeather Technologies. And this is a series on Microsoft Agent Framework. Today is the episode 2 where we'll be adding tools to our first agent that we built. So let's have a recap what we have done in the episode 1. We created our first agent and we gave a simple instruction and asked a question. We also added the streaming capability so that the response would come in a writing manner. As soon as some of the chunks are generated at the server side or LLM side, they would be streamed to the end user as if it is typing in real time. Alright, so now you have built your first agent, but it can't do anything. It doesn't have any knowledge about your applications, about your data, nothing it has. So to give that capability to your agent, we will attach some tools to it. Tools are nothing but a set of functions that does some work. Okay. A function is a set of code written to do a specific job. It can take some inputs and also it can return some outputs. For example, getting weather information for a specific location. You can pass on some parameters as location, or you can also pass on date as well, like on what day you need the weather updates for. And then at the end, it will make some third party call like a weather service. It will make API call and get back you the weather information. Okay. And then how we'll connect it here? We'll write a plain function as you might have already written in C sharps. And then we'll inject those tools or inject those functions to your agent so that your agent can make decisions based on the data it receives from those functions or tools. I'll explain you the pipeline. You ask any question, then it will analyze what tools I have, then it will list down all the tools that it has connected to. It picks a tool which is more relevant to your query. It calls that tool or calls that function. Function returns some data back, and that data goes back to the agent. Agent then analyzes the result received from that function and then formulate a response and share it back to you. All right. So let's take that example, this weather. We are going to follow the documentation as always. And today we are on step 2, add tools. All right. Tools let your agent call custom functions like fetching weather data, querying a database, or calling an API that we just discussed. Define a tool as any method with a description attribute. So let's say you already have a full built application which does something. Maybe you have an ERP application. Maybe you have a API already built. And then you want to convert that application functions into agentic tools. You can easily do that just passing on the description. So you can convert any of your existing functions into tools just passing this description attribute. Okay. And then you can pass on that tool and inject it into your agent. Okay. Let's try this one. I'm going to copy this function as it is. All right. And let's place that function over here. Or, well, this, let's move this on top of the line. Oh, it's already there. Okay, it's fine. We need not add it. No. Okay. Well, in a real world application, your tools, your functions will not be in the same file. It's just for the simplicity purpose. I could also create a new file and put this function in a new file or in a new class file. Okay. For the simplicity and for the demo purpose, we're just putting it here. Okay. And in a real world scenario, there won't be any dummy data. This is a pure hard-coded string which is here. It takes location as the input and then it passes on, basically it creates a hard-coded string as a response by embedding this location inside that. So for any location, this function will always return 15 degrees Celsius as the output. And this is very important. Description. This will tell your agent what this function does. Get the weather for a given location. Okay. And it also receives, your agent also receives not only this function description, but also the parameters that it has and its description. It has one single parameter location and it has a description, the location to get the weather for. Okay, so this is all. In the previous, at the start of the LLM era, right, they called this as function calling capability. There, it was a lot of manual work that was there. For example, creating the schema of your function and then passing on that schema to your, basically schema is just a JSON code for your function, and it would mention like what's the function name, what it its description, what parameters is there, and what it its data type, and description of those parameter. It would have been a long JSON that will be passing on to the agent or LLM. And what LLM would have done, it would fill out those. Basically, it will give back another JSON filling out the properties, let's say location equal to this and function name equal to this. That, and then your code will recognize that what function to be called. But with the Microsoft Agent Framework, much more easier. Just add this attribute even on parameters and then inject it into your agent. And how to inject? Let's see. Okay. Here's the code that we have for agent, right? I'll just copy this line, tools, and I'll name this as weather agent. And here I'm gonna pass the tools. I'll not stop here. So that will be a comma. Okay. So this is how you inject the tools. AIFunctionFactory.Create GetWeather. Okay. You can also pass multiple functions to it. All right. Then you run the way you are already running the code. That is run async. All right. So what I'll do, I'll just ask a question. What's the weather in Jodhpur today? Well, it doesn't take any date. I could also pass on the date and then I can also append the date in the hard-coded response. For now, let's just run this. and see if it is going to return me any response or not. Okay. Jodhpur is cloudy today with a high of 15 degrees Celsius. Nice, right? And how would you confirm that it is getting the answer from your function? What I'll do, I'll just remove this line and remove this inline function body into a proper method and just have a console dot write line, and here I'll just return this. This way will be confirmed that if I get this write line statement in my console application, then I'll be sure that it is making a call to my function. See, getting weather for Jodhpur dot dot dot, and Jodhpur is cloudy today with a high of 15 degrees Celsius. Pretty good, right? So that's very simple. Okay. Now, what if you have multiple functions? Okay. Let's try that as well. Let's add a description, and this time get user profile for a given user. Perfect. Okay. So we have this new function, the user for whom to get the profile, the user getting profile for, and it's a pretty straightforward another function as it is copy pasting. Okay. Now, how would you add another tool and inject it to your agent? If you hover over these tools, right, you would notice that it's a list, it's an array. I can just pass on comma, and there we have get user profile. If I run this application, this time, since we haven't changed the question, right, getting weather for Jodhpur, and then it got me the answer. If I change this question, get me details about JD. Then let's see which function it is calling. What would you like to know about JD, a person, company, or something else? Okay, it's not calling. What is the name? Get user profile. Okay. It's not intelligent enough, Luna, right? Get me the user profile for June Do. Let's see if it calls. Okay, getting profile for John. And John's profile, software engineer. Do we have software engineer? Perfect, here it is. John Doe, software engineer. Okay, perfect. Pretty good, right? Now, now you might also have a question in the real world. ChatGPT or Claude, they call function many function at the same time and formulate a final response. Okay, so I'll just ask both the question into single one, and let's see if it calls both the function or not. See, getting profile for John Doe and getting weather for Jodhpur. Perfect. That is what we want. And it was pretty instant. I think it's calling the function at the same time, both the function. And that's the powerful thing about this one. Okay. So I think we have covered how to use tools in our agent so that agent will have some meaningful data to analyze your input on and give back a proper answer. And we also saw how to pass on the multiple functions or tools to your agent. And we also saw that it can make multiple tool call in the same single run. Okay, so yeah, that's all. So now I'll again today show you a real world example just about the tools itself, how these tools would look like in a real world application. Let me show you. All right. So let me see what integrations I have. Then based on that, I'll ask some questions. Okay. We have Microsoft 365. All right. So let's see. I'll just ask what latest emails I have. See, it's making a function call or tool call in real time. Okay. And here you can see every tool would take some parameters. In this case, it's a folder, what folder we need to target and how many emails we need, like top 10. Okay. If I just see the tool list which I want to connect, for example, I have sent an email as well. So I'll just see. Can you get me how's my day and send me a summary on now I'm asking it to do multiple tool calls. First, it's listing the events that I have in my calendar. Then it has drafted an email body for me. Basically got the response from previous tool call and it shows me a summary. It waits for me. It doesn't directly send. Okay. Then I confirm it. Then it calls the send email tool. And finally, it gets me the response back. If I see the Outlook, see here. Basically, the integrations that I have done, basically it uses the same account to send the email. I can also send this to somebody else as well. Cool, right? That's the power of this agentic AI solution. It can do almost anything. Okay. And we are just exploring at very start. All right. Then that's all and see you in the next video. Thanks everyone.